like button. Now it is time to start the show. You are now watching the High Flyers Club podcast. Fasten your seatbelts and twist one up, because we are now going live. Be sure to subscribe and mash that like button. Now it is time to start the show. You are now watching the High Flyers Club podcast.
That's right, the High Flyers. We're bringing it to you live and direct in Austin, Texas. How y'all doing out there, guys?
We're doing good. How you doing?
I'm amazing. Here at the High Flyers. Just got off the plane. Came straight to see you guys, and I'm having a good time. Everyone high?
Very high.
What about everybody at home? Is everybody at home high?
You can't hear us in our head. Hello? Hello. You can hear me now, but there's an echo for sure.
Echo. Nice butt. We got a lot of nice butts in the house.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. You know, everyone's working on their butts daily. That's what's the cool thing about having a nice butt. You got to work on it daily. Right?
Well, yeah, we got an echo.
I know I do. I'd be stepping.
You be stepping. Latency. That's what.
Oh, that's
Is that fixed?
hello.
There's still a little like.
Hello.
Hello.
I can play that.
Nice.
I can play. I can't play a lot of things, but I can play that.
Out of all my friends that had potential to be a rock star growing up, Thomas was one of them for sure.
Zane is the big one, though.
Zane.
He is a rock star, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm echoing still.
I am too.
Check.
Bear with us as usual. You know how we do things. We like to
You know,
come out weak and finish strong.
first 5 minutes of every Aldo podcast have.
In the house, weird audio in the house. We get weird audio fixed.
That sounds.
I think it's
Is that
sounding
fixed?
great.
Are we sounding good?
Got
I can't-
the
I
weird audio
I'm
fixed
still
in the
sliding.
house.
Turn me up. Turn me
The
up.
High Flyers Club.
Turn me up.
We branded
that sounds better.
Sound
Bulldog.
crisp.
Turn me
Hit
up.
that subscribe button. Jones here, Texas. Smoke Connection.
Everyone hear us. Can y'all hear us out there?
Audio check. How y'all doing out there? If you can hear,
Auto sounds great.
It's that blue mic.
Is it the blue mic?
It's the blue mic.
Why is the blue mic
is it the
so
blue
good?
cable?
We talk about this every podcast.
It could also be
Why
the
can't
settings.
the blue cable get or
All the
orange
settings
cable?
are matched.
Even when it goes into the advanced settings,
I believe so.
because you know how you can change the road mic
I
into different
personally-
mics.
Yeah, Aldo knows about all this stuff because he operates one as well on your podcast,
Yeah,
right?
I play with them every now and then.
What's up with your podcast? I saw you recording the other day.
Yeah, it's there. It's getting we're capturing content right now, doing a lot of audio, doing a lot of video. So the cool thing about that is we're kind of not making it timeless, but we're making it to where I can release it whenever. You know what I mean? It's almost like we talk about relevant things, but it's about technology and about just what's going on in Vegas, and I guess the fads of what's going to happen. And
So do you basically just record a fuck ton of fucking content and then just save it and then just like go to the fucking archive and grab something?
I sometimes I do. Yeah, I do record a lot. I do like to hoard content. I've been hoarding content for a minute. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of it, but I do have a lot of it.
Content is king.
It is king. And one time when I first started touring, I would have a little camera on my guitar strap. Then I would have one, for the crowd, and then I would have one on my guitar right here. And I would just record content and I have hard drives.
You would just basically GoPro'd off from the
yeah,
guitar?
but there weren't GoPros back then. They were like huge, like old school cameras. I have a picture of them, but yeah. But yeah, just kind of capturing content and just because it is king and you never know what you're going to use it for.
We'll tell you that we saw your plane video of
That
how
shit is
how
funny.
not to sit next to you on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
And that shit killed us.
So I flew to Denver. I wanted to try it so bad, but I was on a full ass plane. I was in the seaboarding level, so I couldn't even get out there. You have to be in the A to do that. You have to be ready,
You have to be ready, yeah. Or what's another thing that I didn't put in the video, but you can get the window seat. If you're doing Southwest, you can get the window seat and then just put the tray down. And the first chair, you put that tray down and people think somebody's sitting there and then they look at it and then they just keep on walking.
That's
and
crazy.
Usually the flight attendant will be like, is anyone sitting there? And then you're like, you are. And then they put it up and, other than that.
I take it you like to fly on your own row.
Yeah, I love having the own row. No one can.
If y'all don't know, Aldo, basically what we're talking about, I don't know, is he was on a plane and he put a camera on the other side and he was like, sit here.
Oh no, I was trying to tell everyone, because you don't want to sit next to that guy.
Funniest video
And it worked,
ever.
I'm sure. Did you get the row by yourself?
Yeah, I got the row
it
for
works.
myself. Yeah, I posted some of the after. I'm just sitting there with a big row by myself. But
Where was your phone? Was it in the row next to you?
I put it up on a tripod that I got, and I kind of put it up there, and I just here, I'm gonna record myself, trying to get people to sit next to me.
So you're really good about recording yourself and talking to camera and interacting that. How did you get over all that, doing it just to your phone? Because I'm obviously we can do this and everything, but in an actual private setting, I can't get over that.
Right.
It just feels weird. It feels weird talking to my phone.
It's always gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
Even now, like I said, in Vegas, I live with some content creators, and they say the same thing, and they've been making viral videos after viral videos, and they're seen all the time, and they're just like, "Oh, I'm so weird," and I don't know. I like being eccentric, so knowing that you're weird.
Oh shit, you're eccentric.
Yeah. Going into it thinking you're gonna be weird no matter what. Oh well, might as well just own up to it.
Have you always been that way your whole life? Or did it just happen one day that you're like, man, I'm going to be that weird
No,
guy?
I've always been pretty weird and pretty if everyone's going right, I go left, just because I have a better chance.
Yeah.
And I didn't speak much till I was 5. That's when I first started talking. So
And now they'd be like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, they were like, hey,
this dude won't shut the fuck up.
He won't shut the fuck up. That dude won't shut up. He makes all the noises he wants.
When did you start filming all this stuff? You've always been last time you told us you've always been funny, but when did you start filming yourself being funny?
I started doing the funniest person in Austin contest, and once you pay $15 or something, and they send you a video of just of what you do, and I was like, wow, this is kind of cool, and I was like, I don't need to spend $15. I could just put up my own cameras, and but yeah, I just started doing it that way, and then I was in a club called Toastmasters for Apple, so I worked for Apple, and at Apple they put me in a club called Toastmasters, and I would do speeches. And I would do speeches against Charles Schwab, Dell, you name, various corporate companies. And yeah, they just you need to listen to yourself. You need to correct yourself. You need to hear the all the pregnant pauses that you're doing. And they also taught me how to work a room. If you have 3 points of something to get across, you go to the right side of the room, get that point across. Go to the left side of the room.
So what we realized,
kind of just bring it all together.
After your podcast, is we need you every podcast because we get dead space, and then you definitely fill it with shit like this, and everyone even talked about it on the next podcast. You just basically keep it engaged and keep it sometimes we be getting fucking high as fuck, and we just shut up for a minute.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day.
So, and then it just kind of I don't want to say it kills our podcast, but who wants to watch some guys that are just sitting there fucking high?
Well,
all quiet.
All of these lovely people.
Share the address and bring them on with us. Y'all come get high with us.
Sure.
But going back to that sit by myself on the. It is on my Instagram. I guess I could share that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. It's all the way up. Way to go, Zach, over there plugging that all the way up there. Oh, I like
All the way
that
up.
bucket hat. That's all the way from Miami, Florida, there,
Hey,
buddy.
shout out to Aldo for the bucket hat, dude.
From Miami, Florida,
You
right
on the
there.
webcam?
Look how cool that
Right
thing
there.
is.
Isn't that cool?
It's so clean.
I want to say Bad Bunny wore it, but he didn't. But I want to say it.
He did.
Hey, Tony, will you crank that air on the thermostat down? It's on that far wall.
Crank the
Just a little
air.
bit.
We're getting hot in here. It's
It's a
getting
little
hot in
warm in
here.
here.
It's getting hot in here. So roll up all your joints.
Nice.
we do
Thomas
that.
got us covered over there. He rolled up the entire Raw 5-stage rocket.
Wow. Was that videotaped or was that any like?
No, because we're
I
not
got-
the best about content. I'm just
I
joking.
got-
Oh, you got it?
I got the big one.
Yeah,
We're
we
trying
got
to all
the
get better
important
about the content. Like that's why we've also talked about this, me and you, just creating content with ourselves together, because like we do have a lot going on here at the smoke shop, and just
Right.
in general with the events and everything. We want to like document it and like put it out there, put more reels out, which we've been kind of fucking killing it lately on some of them. Like that one when JP did with Ari.
No, that one's hilarious.
Nice.
Have you seen that?
I don't think so. Maybe I have.
It's
Which one is
basically
it?
he carted him at the door, little kid, and then like you should watch it. Just
Okay.
if y'all get a chance, go check.
I'll
out
watch
our
it and I'll
page.
share it.
Unless Zach can bring it up.
If it's on TikTok, I don't know.
Oh
Nah,
yeah,
well,
that's one thing I need to get better on is TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what's blowing up right now too.
yeah, it's blowing up, and I just feel like I get banned every time I'm on it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just-
you can't.
It's not
do too.
for people like us.
I
It's-
mean,
you gotta be
that's-
really
you gotta
specific
I
how
guess-
you do it.
Yeah, I guess it has to be the way.
You have to play skits in places.
You're
like
right.
in a smoke shop.
Correct.
Not you engaging with the smoke shop stuff.
Right.
It has to be a stupid skit, like and that's how he got. That's how it worked today.
That's not always true
If
because
they see something on the shelf, they get it too.
exactly.
So you
Me and
gotta be
JP
careful how you
doing
record.
stuff, and like if they see Swisher Sweet in the background, nope, flag tobacco, nope.
Oh, is that what it is? Tobacco?
tobacco.
Anything.
Oh, I thought it was just because they didn't like me.
They just be flagging. bro.
Everything.
Mexicano este vato no. Hey, close his TikTok now, vato. You don't know what he's gonna say.
Nah, they banned everyone's TikTok. Thomas's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got banned on Snapchat recently.
What? What'd you do there?
Bro, I have a private Facebook group that like is like my weed stories, and I've had it for like years. And like, I don't post very much on Snapchat. It's usually just to like talk to my friends and shit, and, like everything. And basically, I went into a weed room basically, and I fucking recorded it and put it on my Snapchat in my private story. And someone reported me because I got the notification saying report me, and I screenshotted every person there. Because I'm singling y'all down. I'm gonna find out who reported me and took my Snapchat. So watch out if you're out
So
there.
wow, they be taking y'all Snapchats, yo.
I just lost mine too.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet tea?
No. Before that, my OG Snap with
It
all the
sucks.
memories. I just lost.
I just
it.
want my pictures and stuff off.
I still got my OnlyFans. That one's kicking.
Yeah, you got an OnlyFans?
Fuck.
Subscribe.
It's my
all the
OnlyFans.
way up. You know,
All the way up.
Oh, no way.
all the way up. So
Yeah. All the way up.
what are you in town for exactly?
I am in town for some magicness. That's today is what? Tuesday?
Thursday.
Today's Thursday. So yeah,
Good guess though. Just a couple
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Good guess.
It ends with Y.
Yeah.
It ends with Y.
Starts with a T.
T, yeah,
You're good.
close. Tomorrow in San Antonio, I'm at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club at 10 o'clock show and a midnight show. Saturday, I'll probably go tubing in San Marcos.
Hell yeah.
So if y'all want to go, anybody want to go out there tubing San Marcos Saturday? I don't know what
You
y'all
go out
recommend
to
any
the,
tubing
event
place.
to us in the evening.
And then Sunday, yeah, well, let's do an
The
event on
Saturday evening.
Yeah, I want to go do
Next
that one. Yeah, I wanted to go to the table, and
Vendors
hang
and
out.
spenders.
Vendors and spenders. Do y'all know the location yet? Or
Not yet. I think they
drop
drop
it.
tomorrow, the next day. So.
so yeah, I want to see people there on Saturday, and then Sunday we have the back to school drive, which is cool. Hopefully, we see everyone there at Austin Eye Cannabis Company, 8 to 11.
We got the backpacks in.
The
so
backpacks, just bring some school supplies, help the kids out, and then come get high, meet some people, meet the culture, and yeah, keep it going because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good weekend, that's for sure.
For sure.
Especially
Appreciate you coming out.
the school drives for me are cool because it's like, I don't know. I see the stuff that comes in. And I'm like, man, I wish I had that shit.
Right.
I only have the number 2 pencil, and then
We're really just trying to give back, though. That's what it's
Yeah,
all about.
yeah.
Like, just giving back in
but
general.
it's cool to see, to see all the supplies that are coming in, and it makes you feel good about it for sure.
Yeah, well, you brought some friends along. If you want to give
I would-
a little,
I would love to
tell
bring.
us a little more before they come out here. I think they're going to come out here in about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. I would love to bring them out here and talk to them, and yeah, just trying to open up the community and get it getting bigger and the network, out there for everyone to I don't know, to share and I guess knowledge and just what they learned with regards to the opening a cannabis dispensary, opening a shop, opening this, I don't know. Everyone has a story, and I wish, like you said, content. If you capture content, you have people's stories in a way, I think that's real important. It's just kind of tell the stories around.
For sure, definitely.
What's going on with the dogs?
Dogs, man. There's all kinds of dogs right now. I'm moving right now, like I'm basically homeless, but
I want to be motor homeless.
Me and Brandon are mating up kind of.
Go fund Sean so he can not be my roommate anymore.
I'm basically me and like 5 dogs moving in with Brandon, and then we have a cool apartment. I'll say it's for work. It's our work apartment.
Yeah,
it's pretty spacious and everything, so it's a cool little spot. So we're all gonna move up there. Basically, Brittany's gonna rough it out at her house with her daughter, and then we're hopefully gonna be buying a house in a few months and put all the dogs together in one place and everything.
Did y'all hear anything about this inflation gonna pop in the whole real estate?
I hate hearing that shit.
Yeah, right. It's just like, is it gonna pop or not? Like, what's going on?
Like, I hate this whole where we're at with real estate. And
it's a scare
Everything's
tactic
crazy.
for the economy to try to fix itself. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, it's about to crash. Everybody spends their money, and then boom, the economy just got a little bump. Now things are gonna be right.
Speaking of
along.
economy getting bumped, if you're like in a bad situation financially when your kids need back to school, reach out to any of us.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We'll make sure we get you on the list of someone that can get a backpack from the back to school drive. So,
Backpack for sure.
and it could be discreet. We're not gonna put it out there. It's whatever. We'll just get you a backpack. So
Yeah.
just let us know.
Very much so.
We got 100 backpacks, red,
Yeah.
or
I think it was
pink,
green,
black, and one other color. I thought.
Yeah.
Either
They were
way,
supposed to send more, and they called. They're like, "Hey, we're out of these." I'm like, "Just send whatever. They're backpacks for the kids."
Yeah.
They just try to get colorful ones, and
they're nice.
They're
I like
cool. They're pure sports.
I
Not
remember,
Jan sports, but pure
Pure
sports.
I remember
Insert
growing up
promo.
seeing some of my friends going to school with like pillowcases, and it's just like backpack is
Right.
that's dope.
I remember like going to school or like even like they would just have like prepackaged school supplies that you could get from the school, and it would have everything you needed or whatever, and they'd be sitting on people's desks and stuff. And that's what we want to do. We want to help as many people as we can.
What do you think about maybe doing helping build the homeless shelters? I've done that before here in Austin. I took my daughters. They've hated me ever since, but we went out there and we helped build those small homeless shelters that were out. I guess
You have kids?
yeah, I have 2 daughters.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, 18-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Nice.
Wow.
How old are you, Aldo?
I started off early. I'm old enough. What are we doing?
I'm just curious. Yeah,
69.
nice.
How do I look? Do I look good?
Well, bro.
Yeah,
Age well.
thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. On this planet, 35 years old.
Nice.
Wow.
On other
What
planets,
about other planets?
on Aldonia, that one I'm probably be 12 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I'm about.
Solid.
That means I'm about like
Yeah.
11.7 on
11.7.
I just turned 34 the other day, so
congratulations.
thanks.
Yeah,
I feel old. My
Feel
body
old.
hurts.
but the numbers don't mean anything, and the years.
No, numbers don't mean anything, but my body hurts.
but my
bro.
body hurts. CBD every day.
For sure. I'll be smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah, every day.
All right, y'all ready for our next guest?
We got some awesome guests coming in, guys.
They're good friends of Aldo's.
Good friends of mine, and
This is why
definitely
we have the other camera. Brandon and Thomas are gonna let them have the mic so they can tell a little more about what they do.
come on in.
I think your headphones are backwards.
Yeah, it's just a
You're wild, bro. Wow, you're
Eccentric.
living on the edge.
eccentric. Headphones backwards.
Everyone's is to the left and all this to the right.
Yeah.
I just look like, man, our headphones are on the same side.
All right.
What up?
Hello. We're in for a treat, guys. High Flyers Club. I'd like to introduce y'all to some good friends of mine, some key factors and key people here in the community of cannabis here in Texas, but in Oklahoma and just in East Austin, and in general. I really wanted you guys to meet. I'm so glad that you guys are here because they're good friends of mine. They're like my family here, and this is Castro and Estella. Everyone, introduce yourselves. Yeah.
Welcome, guys.
How's it going?
Thanks for having us.
So for the viewers at home that don't know, Castro and Estella Do you want to introduce yourselves for a little bit? I mean, let's talk about Austinite Cannabis Company. We have so much to talk about with these guys.
There's a lot going to be on this
lot
episode. It's not just the typical us just getting high and fucking off every time. We actually have guests that have stuff to tell about. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go, Castro. Go ahead.
well, I'm originally from
Get a little-
East Austin. Originally born from East Austin, 78702. I went to
Turn that mic if you need to. Just
Yeah,
it's all movable. So
yeah. So I grew up down in 4th Street and Haskell Street, Chicano Park area. That was my area. Growing up, went to Austin High. Got married, moved out, and back in the East Side again.
Where did y'all meet? In high school or like?
Crazy thing is, we were just talking about this the other day. On the east side.
Oh, wow.
So back in the day, I used to buy Mexican swag weed. Okay, and then
What's that?
I went. Right.
for the viewers
The
that
bricks?
don't
You used to
know.
buy bricks?
The bricks.
So I went with the homie, and the homie actually had to call. You know how this all
Yeah.
worked back in the day. Well, the homie was Castro's best friend. So they pull up, but this is back when hydroponic was like starting to come around. So he's like, "You smoke this stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm buying it from your homeboy. Aren't you selling it to your homeboy?" He's like,
You're on that boozy weed early.
Exactly. Well, all my friends knew about it. But anyways, so he's like, get my number off. You won't be smoking this stuff.
Yeah, basically, I turned my buddy on to hit this lick real quick, and I rode with him. I was like, "Let me ride
You
with you,
stole his lick.
No, I wanted to meet the girl. I stole the girl. He hit the lick. I just wanted to meet the girl. That's all.
Took off with the pounds. Hit the lick. And then, so y'all met there and then at the transaction?
At the transaction.
What?
Yep. At the transaction.
So love it
That's
weed.
why we
Love it
always
first weed
laugh
side.
so
Love,
hard.
man, you know?
And it's 3 blocks away from the shop.
Yeah.
So we always just trip out because
So y'all have always been in that area.
Always.
Like y'all stay
Well,
true to y'all's roots.
I'm born and raised in that area, man. So growing up, shit that I did back then, just kind of ran the streets and did what you did out there. And
Wow.
she was from North Austin originally.
Yeah. Pflugerville?
Yep.
The P-ville?
And
P-ville.
then, my family has companies back, here.
So how do y'all know Aldo? Like how did y'all meet?
Ooh, that's
Man,
We met Aldo.
we
on this planet?
Aldonian.
yeah,
On this planet? Did I show up at your shop?
showed up at our shop.
You showed up in my shop too.
That's
That's
what I
crazy.
do.
We were-
See, for all the folks at home, if you want to meet somebody and you want to get into the industry, go to the shop.
Go to the shops. That's it. That's where you meet people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So came to the shop, and then, man, it's been history since.
Yeah, we've had such a good time. And
But yeah,
yeah. So let's talk about the shop real quick. Austinite Cannabis Company. It's based there in East Cesar Chavez. What's the address again?
2009.
2009. And you people at home, everyone watching, you're going to want to remember that address because it's happening on Sunday.
forget.
Sunday, we want to see everybody there. If you have to come in from out of town, just come in. Whatever you got to do, come on out. We're having a school drive, and it's there at their shop there in East Cesar Chavez. It's a house, right? That was because y'all have seen East Cesar. You've seen
Change.
Austin change like 100% from the get go. What do you think is a plus about the change that's gone to East Austin or even Austin in general?
Well,
Besides the money.
Well, for me personally, because I mean, Stella, she has family there. So yeah, she was in East Austin a lot, but she went home to North Austin. So she really was.
like my grandma lived there.
Yeah, she wasn't really there the whole time. Me, myself, I was born and raised in it. And like I said, like I was talking earlier, East Austin was a place that you really didn't want to be around.
Yeah.
It was,
How do you remember that?
It was the poor part of town. I lived on 4th Street. 4th Street had a bad reputation growing up. My era. So every time I told people I'm from 4th Street, they looked at me like, "Damn, you one of them trouble kids, troublemakers?" Or
Were you?
No, well, I mean,
Were you gangbanging back in the day?
I did my share of all that. Yeah,
I guess we all did.
We all did our share of that.
Did you ever have to walk into a gang where they beat the shit out of you when you walk in the line or something?
We done lines, walks, and all that stuff too. Yeah, there's other.
I
things.
still remember the chingajos.
I was never in a gang.
Stop that.
I didn't make the gang.
No, you didn't do that
I guess
part.
I guess they didn't want me. I don't know. Because I wasn't good enough.
We're talking about
I
the
was
police.
never recruited.
We're talking about the police department.
But but then I realized that was just dumb shit, man. We did dumb shit at that part. It was. I grew up pretty quick, being part of East Austin. Grew up pretty quick, and then you get caught up in trying to make money for the family, and you go to jail and shit like that happens. But
Yeah.
But here we are again, doing this shit the right
we
way.
are doing it the right way.
And do you mind sharing what you went to jail for? I mean, I
No,
think it's a badge of honor.
Sure, I'll talk about it. So
That's what everyone says. That's what he was
Exactly.
literally telling me out there. Is like everyone
Now,
thinks that, like you're a warrior.
Yeah.
well, I talked to people about it because they mentioned it, and I said, you know what, my father, he's an immigrant, came from here from Mexico, busted his ass working, and really barely made the ends meet for the family. So we struggled all through growing up. Me growing up, I saw how he worked hard. Yes, I helped out, and I used to go work with him, but it was like there's no living for me. I'm not gonna make bread doing this. Start moving weed, start doing other things that your neighborhood shows you that you see all your friends doing, and you kind of jump in and start doing the same thing.
Yeah, you want to make that cash.
Yeah, of course. And then also being, from Mexico, family from Mexico, you start meeting people down there that my prices were a lot better than a lot of other people's prices.
Were you the plug?
Pretty quick, it turned out to be that way.
Fast forward to today, it sounds like
Anyone want a rosin, Dad?
yeah,
Yeah, which one do you want?
both.
All right.
But go on.
I mean, you get caught up, get pulled into the system.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're trapped in it. You got to figure out how to pay these fees you got to deal with. Your family don't really got no money to help you because you were the one helping your family from
Right,
the get-go,
right.
and this is what you got you in there. So you take your plea bargain, you do what you got to do. You go do your time, you come home, and then you meet more people in there. And
Yeah.
it's like the weed shop. You go in there and you meet more people.
And
Come back.
how long were you in? Do you mind?
I did something really cool. It's called a shock probation. So they sent me in for 4 months.
Oh yeah.
It's really set up to make people fail. You go in there, you get a number, you do the whole diagnosis system, you go through, get out. Once you come home, there's like one condition. You catch any minor case, you go straight back to TDC, no Travis County, no seeing judgment of that stuff.
Wow.
So it's really set up for people to fail.
Super strict.
Very strict. Really fucked up. A lot of lawyers that talk to me, they're like, man, you beat that? And I said, yeah, I did it. I did it.
Bernard says he's 78702 East Side.
East
So
Side.
do you know Bernard Rivera?
Man, maybe if I see him, I don't know.
You probably do, honestly. You're about the
Yeah.
same age. And
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Now that's what we're doing.
So that's
And now you're in legal, and it's all. Tell us a little bit about that. How was that process? Was that pretty hard here in Texas? Like,
my wife got all pretty good.
Well, in Texas, I saw that farm bill went legal 2019, so I knew that it was going to be federal, CBD. So I jumped on board that 2020, and then just rolled out because we were hitting that legislation. Remember, me and you were out there in the Capitol. We really thought we were going to do something.
yeah, we really did. We would go to the Capitol, and we were just
protesting
and just like
testifying.
I dropped all the tacos.
That's right. People thought, that's what's funny is I remember people seeing my stories and were like, what are you doing over there at the Capitol? I'm like, we got to be about it,
We have to. You can't just be. I mean, everybody wants it, but we have to still do the legwork, And there's a lot of new legwork coming up in this new legislation. We're gonna have to hit it really hard if we're gonna want anything. But so yeah, I got on board with hemp, and the reason I did that, I thought we were gonna move on something. When we didn't move on anything, and then I found out that there's only 4 licensing in Texas. Those licensing are like $1 million plus. You gotta have like $250 in the bank. We just didn't have it, so we bagged up some coins, took it up to Oklahoma. We've been sitting on a license for going on our 2nd year, and then we just got our 2nd license, and then we have 24-hour facilities, so nobody in our area.
What's the Oklahoma facility called?
Well, we just switched everything over to Austinite. It used to be Medican, and as of today, it's all Austinite. So,
congrats.
I first wanted to stay with something Oklahoma, thinking that I had to, but when they started seeing our face and started seeing it's a brand, and we want that brand to, just take off. And long-term goals is our money has to make it to Vegas. So we got a kid that does Circus Soleil.
Is that where y'all want to go? Is Vegas?
Nope, we hate it. It's hot.
You just want your money.
It's hot.
It's hot.
We want to be invested
But it is the capital of entertainment.
It is, and my daughter
I've
is
never been to Vegas.
Well, we'll leave the doors on and the doors. Come on there, buddy.
Yep. So basically, our kid does Cirque du Soleil stuff, and she's only 16. So we have
Stuff.
to.
She's an amazing gymnast, athlete, and she's smart.
Ariel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And she
I was
just
hanging with her
finished-
today there in Vegas at the Champ Show. Yeah, and she knew more about like CBD and the THCA and THCV, and just like, and a lot of the people there were asking her, like, "What's that?" And she was like, "Come on."
But
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy about that is
Were y'all open with her at a young age?
well, that's what I was going with it. You know,
Our two
my
older
oldest
ones.
two ones.
Yeah.
I was like my father. You know, my father smoked weed, but he'd smoke, go outside, hide away, come back in, smell like it. So my first two kids always like, Dad smells funny when he goes outside. They knew that. They didn't really see what I was
And
doing.
they all used to talk shit.
And but I would ask the kids, who smokes? Well, Mom smokes. They'll see her smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
They never saw me smoking weed. They see her smoking cigarettes. So Mom's the one that smokes, not Dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Our baby, we got into the CBD with her. So right off the muscle, she got to see the CBD going into it.
Yeah.
I think also because I raised my other two kids, everyone talks about it so most openly. Like I would tend to leave my sack like on the table, so she
Yeah.
would see what it is. Didn't like mess with it, but she'd be like, "That's Dad's stuff there. Leave it alone."
Just
And then
before
we
you
got
get
into the dispensaries, and when we got to the dispensaries, she just is always listening to what's going on. The cannabinoids, CBG, what does it do?
She's an athlete. She has to recover quickly.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
So she comes in and sometimes she helps in the store and it's like she's stocking stuff up in the store. She goes in there and she's like putting stuff on the shelves where they go, and she really can't work the counter, but she's in
Yeah.
there stocking everything up and
So she wants to
decorating.
be a part of it,
Oh,
obviously.
she's
Part
gonna
of
be
the
a part of it.
business.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do this for our kids. Hopefully, we leave
Yeah,
something
for
for
sure.
them that they can continue. And
Yeah, that's a cool thing that man, I was all being all happy because I was asking out Aldo because we didn't get to make it to Champs because we're trying to get that second license in before we just couldn't make it, so we sent the kids. So I was like, I call each one of them thinking, especially I'm like, man, they're not gonna want to go because we're not going. Like, got good news and bad news, guys. I'm like, bad news, we can't make it. Good news, y'all are still going. They're like, well, bad news. I was like, so I was worried about it. So then when Aldo tells me, dude, they were
rock
excellent,
stars.
They were rock stars, and then especially with the one at 16, I'm like, your stuff is just CBD. You tell them, you have to try this. You have to. You're pretty much that tries all of our CBD. No matter what, you're the buyer. You're the one you're the one that's going to buy it. So that's just, it's cool to see them rock it because it's what they're going to do. They're about to graduate. 2 of them graduate next year. They're our growers, horticultural.
Yeah.
So
they're studying it like they're in
they're
it to
actually
win it.
in it.
Yeah,
These
for
kids
sure.
are.
Yeah,
And
sounds like
they
they're all
have
really
been
invested
with
as a
us
family.
since day one. It's only family. It's our oldest, her boyfriend, and then my son.
And what are their ages so the viewers at home can see? What are their
Check
ages?
this
Do you
out. So David's 21,
Mm-hmm.
Pam's 22, and then Boy's 20, and then Gabby's 16, and Alita's 26. And Alita's somebody we brought on to help us with all of our companies. And
That's a
then,
real family
yeah.
business.
Oh, it is. And then,
Yeah, it's a family, and that was cool walking around with them in Vegas at the Champ Shops. It's cool to let them know that they're going to be going 5 years, 10 years. Like it's going to be.
That's what cool.
Yeah, it's cool. To introducing them to people and be like, hey, yo, you don't want to ignore them, even though because they're young,
Right,
they're going to be
they're
here.
The next wave of
Yeah,
stuff.
they're in the next wave. They're going to be here. So in 5-10 years, this is where the power is coming from. So then it was cool to see how everyone shifted. Like, oh, okay, yeah,
Well,
this is Austinite. Yeah,
well,
it's cool.
it was the first day. I wanted them to experience it with Aldo one day and without Aldo one day. So the first day they went, I was like, check it all out. And then I was like, I asked them, they're like, yeah, way better with all just the tips of how you can, letting them know that I didn't just enter. I'm actually a buyer.
I'm not just trying to get free stuff, even though you want to give me free stuff. If you want it to move, you want the culture, you want people to buy it. You kind of want to give it away, so people,
we'll talk about it.
yeah, and get hooked on it. People that are going to make videos, people that aren't scared to post stuff about a new dab rig. Is this the crab?
That's the
Yeah.
Carter too.
The Carta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to hit that.
I'll give it to
Yeah.
you. Here you
I
go.
saw him, but I couldn't.
have
I
this
didn't want to
fatty-
interrupt. I
fatty?
saw him.
Anyone?
I got you.
Anyone want to smoke a
I got
fatty?
this. I bought this for my birthday.
Let me hit that fatty.
I love the fatties.
This is a fatty.
Yep.
That's what we were saying before y'all got here. Is he rolled up the Rocket 5 stage? He rolled all 5 of them all the way through. Thomas did. So
Thomas, no más Tomas.
we've been. That's his favorite. That's his favorite one.
Good job too.
Yeah. Tomas right there, self-made millionaire,
Still making it.
still making it. Self-made thousandaire.
So tell us about what after parties? Did you go to any?
We no comment because I told him that I wouldn't share that information.
Okay. You know what? Okay, so let's do the funny story. We got to tell them about the school drive. So the first time, first or second time.
Okay, so in Las Vegas, we have these underground sessions, right? And you go there and they advertise, bring a school supply, which is what you're supposed to do. So FYI, this Sunday we want you to bring school supplies, definitely. But go on, Estella. I introduced her to the underground session there and say, hey, look.
So I see the flyer, and it says school supplies. So I'm like, I'm going hardcore on making sure we got school supplies to get into the sesh.
Exactly.
Well, long story short, we're on our way, and Aldo's like, don't worry about it. We'll just chunk them $5. So forget the school supplies. We pull over, get the school supplies, and I'm like, no, damn it. They said they wanted school supplies. We're bringing those damn school supplies. We get there to the door. They're checking them in. I'm giving him the bag, and the guy goes, what's this? And I was like,
oh, yeah, the guy at the door,
looks at the stuff, and he goes, really what's this? And I said, you guys put a flyer and y'all said to bring back the school supplies. And they were like, well, no one ever does it. And I was like,
well, we do it. Yeah.
So, like you had to do it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Come on Sunday, but bring school supplies.
Yeah, Sunday, the kids are going to love it. That's for sure. But don't not forget to do it. Yeah, definitely we want you to show up.
Either way, though, like the $20 at the door is just going to be recontributed. The proceeds are basically going to go to buying school supplies.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, that's good. Either way, if you don't bring school supplies, which we prefer if you do, because you may, when people go school supply shopping, they tend to go crazy. So we might get more than 20, but if you don't, all proceeds are going to go just filling up the backpacks.
Well, talking about the school supply, and now that we're all here together, and this is probably we're stamping history. Why don't we? One thing that I remember when my daughters needed their school supplies, and their teachers were didn't have funds, so they would have to come up with their own money. We organized a marathon, like a run, and we had people from.
I'm not running.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't run either. I was just the announcer. But people were from all around the state were coming in and paying like $100 and just to run in our neighborhood around the track, however many miles, just to raise up money for school supplies. And I think we raised up to like $20,000. Like, yeah, real quick, because it's and then we just kind of we had to rent in a company that showed up with a little where they gave you the tags and they you cross the banner. Yeah. And it tells you your time. So a lot of people were really interested in that. They wanted the time, but we had to coordinate with the cops to close the streets down, and Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, that would be kind of something cool in the future to be like, yo, it's like a pothead run or something. You don't have to make it.
I'm gonna be an announcer too. So.
Yeah, definitely announce. But definitely, there's a lot of people that like now that I'm starting to work out again. I smoke out and I go work out because I feel like it numbs my pain. Yeah. Now let's talk about every day. Yeah. Let's talk to you, Castro, because I know we have a kind of like combat, physical, and like tell us what's going on here.
So I train jiu-jitsu.
Get a little bit closer. I
train jiu-jitsu, and me and a couple of my friends, we've been talking about doing a jiu-jitsu kind of tournament thing, and it's been a talk for quite a while. Well, we actually finally started putting something together. We got a cannabis combatics. And
Cannabis Combat?
Cannabis Combat. We're going to have it on September 10th there at Austin Night Cannabis, and we're putting it together. It's blowing up pretty fast, man.
Where do y'all do stuff out there? Like for the events and stuff? Do y'all just do it like in the back?
In our backyard.
So this is our first time doing it. We're putting it.
But like in general, like when y'all do those events, so like what are people to expect, I guess, for this event we're doing on Sunday?
Oh, okay.
What we can tell you about that is that it's outside.
Yeah, and that's why we're doing it late for everyone knows. So we're going to wait till it cools off.
We actually did this, like we started doing the shows with Aldo as kind of like joke and just for fun.
Yeah. Jokes and joints or something.
Joints and jokes. We didn't do, and then we just started kind of, getting a following of people were like, hey, and so now we do comedy shows where people are like, hey, we have them at least once a month. Mm-hmm. And we ended up where it ended up taking off. So Sunday, which you can expect, it's going to be hot. We got shade, but Oh wait, it's gonna be late.
Yeah, it's from 8. So I don't
it's
think
8. Okay, we
It's not
have
day. We're not doing that.
we have what's it called? We got our snow cone stand up.
that's right. Snow
Yeah.
cones
Tell
stand.
us about these snow cones.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I love
fused
snow cones.
Snow cones.
And
All
then
sorts of
what's
stuff.
her name? The one at the Instagram. The pickles. Is she
Yep.
gonna be there?
I'm not sure if she's gonna be there,
But the snow cones is.
but the snow cones is.
Are they medicated
Okay.
snow cones? Are
Yes.
They will be CBD.
Well,
CBD.
yes, CBD.
Medicated. Okay,
Yeah, CBD
cool,
medicated.
cool.
You know, hemp D9 by
And,
weight.
and that's the one with the school drive on Sunday. Bring school supplies
Yes.
or a $20 donation at the door.
Yep. And then we just have, and we'll have a comedy show.
And do we know any of the comedians? I'm gonna be
Yes.
performing. We have
got
Aaron,
We got
Cheatham.
That's all y'all
we
say.
got Gabby. We got
Gabby. Yes, that's right.
We got Gabby. We got Hayden, our own. We got a bud tender that he's like, I'm really a comedian too. We're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Shocked was the first time.
Is he funny? Like up
Oh,
there?
well, so check
he
this
did
out.
well
We were
the first
having-
time.
Well,
Is he funny in a day-to-day setting though, or is he
No.
just like he's just a
No.
normal?
That's why
no,
you-
he's not.
that's why
That's
he
why
came
we
out
were
of
like,
nowhere.
and that day it was actually Tony put the show on, and we actually had some really big headliners. So we like gave him like I think it was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
That's right.
And it was like max 3. He put.
I remember when
on
he
a
asked.
show, and we were like, so today he was budtending, and I was like, hey, what are you doing Sunday? He's like, being here. So.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll get, and then we'll have some regulars that
Yeah.
will just come out and come.
What's
through.
funny is he asked to do time, and we told him, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to, man. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And we told him no, and then right when he got on the stage, make him come up. Put you on the spot. So you always got to be ready. You never know. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's
Yeah.
like,
Stay on your toes,
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
"Just stay ready. If not, just fake it. You know, until you're ready. Just
Yeah.
warm up. Just warm up." But so Oklahoma, y'all have the 2 dispensaries over there, right?
Yep.
And do you think there's a big difference with regards to the price point, with regards to like the flour and
Like here in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now we're coming back. Actually, even though it's already going to be October again, we're still having a lot of that Croctober
yeah,
where the prices were really down and really low. But now we went into metric to seed to sell about, the farmers had to go about 4 months ago. And so basically it's starting to be where licensing are getting dropped. Farmers, people, I mean, I'd say maybe 50% of that whole entire Oklahoma is not going to be there next year. It's already probably at a 40% right now. I mean,
Wow.
vendors that we had
the very
drop
beginning.
off like flies. I mean, the good thing is, it's like you already know the national brands that you know already.
Right.
Because those national brands don't just launch in Oklahoma. They launch in California, and then this is just their 3rd state.
Right.
So places like that, that are going to stick around. A lot of the other places, a lot of grows.
Right.
A lot of grows. You don't know how many people in the state of Oklahoma decided to go get a grow license and have no idea what
To
they
grow.
were going to do. No.
Yeah.
They grew it, and it was okay, and it was of value, but they didn't know what they were going to do after
Yeah, to
they
market
grew
it, to take it to
they
sell.
didn't realize that they were going to have to go
big problem for a lot
door
of
to
people.
door. And some people, after I've met farmers, they're like, I can't do door to door selling weed. I've gotten told 5 times, and it's like, I can't do it. I'm like, dude, well, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
That's
you
where-
have to go sell it.
Or you find, people or a lane or an entertainer that will bark for you and be like, hey, this is good weed because the entertainer or the podcast or can say that, but the actual companies aren't.
Yep, for sure.
So I kind of found that lane too myself, and I was like, hey, I can bark for people. Yeah. 2 songs about cannabis. Where do you think the Texas future in cannabis is going to go? Do you think we're going to hold on strong and still have to wait for a minute?
I think so.
I think so. They will be one of the
I
last ones.
think it's going to
When it goes
be.
federal legal at the same time.
I think it's going to go federally. It's just, and then we have a lot of, there's been a lot of talk of the new stuff that's going to be happening, but nothing is promising. I mean, they still have those Ford licensing.
Yeah.
I mean, Good Blend's doing amazing. So is that other one. I mean, it's just that the program is they have no flour.
Right.
That there are some people that just need the flour. gummies and tinctures are just not going to do it. But it's just, I mean, they're just doing it ass backwards, and I just, you know. But it's just crazy to know Oklahoma's about to turn rec in September.
Right, that's going to be crazy.
It's going to be, and then they're doing that moratorium law. You can't get in after next week. That's it. So.
Wow. So once that goes rec, you know how the traffic that's going to happen between Texas and Oklahoma, that one highway?
No. We just found out. Well, we knew there was other highways. But
There's other highways into Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And there's other spots that haven't really.
Why'd
been
y'all
pictured.
do Oklahoma compared to like another state? It just
It's 4 hour drive.
it's a 4 hour drive, 4 hour and 20-minute drive.
so do y'all go back and forth a lot? I guess.
Every day.
Speaking
Every
of
week.
4 hour
Every
and
week.
20 minute, you know, talking about slapping babies when they
Every
were
week,
little.
every week.
Who used to punch babies growing up?
There's a story behind that somewhere.
There's a story behind there, you know.
I have no idea what any of these guys are talking about.
Yeah, well, we're talking about how the fact that I never seen you smoke weed, and a lot of people don't understand. They're like, what? And I have a bad habit when I'm always hanging out with her. I always want to hand her the joint, and then and she'll take it.
I did it too. Then I realized she passed it. So
And then, but it's just like, tell us why. I mean,
so you don't actually smoke?
No. Well,
she used to puff like a train.
Well, I told you she bought a sack of weed, and then I met her and like, hey, why you smoking regular when I got hydroponic? You smoke.
And it's just, that's
Okay.
why
but don't forget they're blind.
they're blind up because she got punished.
So basically, we were at a convention, and then we're at the rental house. Long story short, I was super high because I was doing RSO.
RSO, that's right.
And
Closer to the mic.
oh yeah, so I was doing a bunch of RSO, and basically I have a bad lung disease. So I'm there, and we're all joking it up with everybody, and I tell Aldo, I'm like, you know, what do you think I could have deserved? Here we are in a marijuana dispensary. I mean, we own marijuana dispensaries.
Owning a dispensary.
We own a dispensary.
We're around the best of the best
best
weed.
of the weed. I'm like, you know, and I was like, and we just came back from, I think, seeing like all these celebrities. Oh, that day I met Tommy.
That's
and
right.
all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. And like, he passed me the joint, and I'm like, I couldn't smoke it.
Yeah,
So I
she
was
couldn't
like,
smoke it.
What do you think I could have done to make this, you know, this happen? Me get this bad
How'd
lung
you get-
disease.
what kind of punishment?
What kind of punishment did I receive?
Kind of lung disease. is it?
And it's a like an autoimmune lung disease. And so then Aldo just comes up with this. Well, you know what I think it is? I mean, that has to be a very severe punishment.
Severe punishment.
Like punching a baby.
Like punching a baby.
But no,
That's-
it's got to be worse.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a blind baby.
She punched blind babies growing up.
You punched a blind baby?
That's the story.
That's my story. That's
That's
savage.
That's an Aldo story. He actually
her
told
question-
that at a comedy show.
Her question was, what would I have done to deserve this? Aldo's solution is like, well, someone that punched a blind baby would deserve that.
Right.
Wow.
Damn it, Aldo.
So they don't see it coming.
No, but seriously, answer your question. You were asking about why does she smoke her lung disease. She
Yeah.
has to smoke all that.
I did, but that's not why I got it. But I do. I can out RSO and eat
All of us.
edibles. All
All of
y'all.
us.
Yes.
And are
RSO really put me.
So
on
I
a
tried some
different
really good edibles from the Wana company.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
We
they
just-
apparently they're coming out with a new one that my friend who does the Mighty Melts and everything. They're like, you know, doing like they're basically getting their rosin from them, but they're going to be rosin infused instead of the typical tincture. And so like he had some and we actually tried them.
we have a so we got Wana gummies that are
Just had a shipment come in.
we just had a shipment come in before we left. They're resin, but we are doing an austenite rosin tincture.
Yeah.
Because we want to come out with a lot of, you know, in Oklahoma, it should be a recreational program by the stuff we get.
Yeah.
I mean, we buy 5,000 milligram chocolates.
I usually
mean,
don't
it's
eat.
just-
I usually don't eat edibles because they hit me so hard.
Me
But
too.
like this, the gummy I had, it was the hash rosin gummy that they were like the testers that you know he had, and because I went and did a full dispensary tour and everything when I was there a few days ago, and then I didn't smoke because in all the facilities obviously you can't, you know, there's no weed to smoke and everything. So like I'm just like fuck, I'm on a natural high. But then he drops me off at the airport later that day, and I'm like, bro, I need to get high, like, you know. And he's like, well, I got some edibles. And he doesn't really smoke because he's just him, you know. He's just in the industry, so you know. And he gave me these edibles and explained it to me. It's the Wana that they're teaming up and doing the hash balls, and it's a smoker's high, is what he said. It's 5 to 15 minutes, and I was like, bro, I don't like
Fast
edibles.
acting.
And he was like, try these. They're good, you know, and everything. And I was like, all right, I ate one, you know, it was like 10 milligrams, and I ate another one, and he was like, you know, eat a couple more, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, am I gonna be fucked up? And he goes, yeah, but like not in that edible, like, you know, having paranoid and everything like that. And I realized I got through all the security and everything, and then I was sitting there waiting for my flight, and it was just literally like, I texted him, I was like, man, I'm fucking high. Like, and it was like I just smoked like a blunt high or something, you know, or like some dabs or something, you know, like, it's fucking high. And I even texted him, I was like, bro, I'm like so high, like want to go look at myself in the mirror to like make sure my eyes aren't fucking red. And I'm like, these are really good fucking gummies. So like,
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, edibles.
I really like those ones. I don't like normal edibles at
Yeah,
all.
we like Wana. That's a stash
You know,
house.
Wanda's good.
Proceed with caution with edibles for sure.
They taste good too. Like,
But
they
I
have a
remember
regular flavor.
back in the day when they didn't have any kind of regulations and they were doing decadoses and stuff
Right.
on one piece of candy. It was like,
Bro, I got a funny story about that shit.
Yeah.
Why I don't like edibles no more.
Probably the same reason I don't like
please
edibles.
share.
So I was at work one day and my brother-in-law shows up and he just got a little shipment of some.
Remember those
They were
pies?
edible. They were little mason jars like this, and they were like banana nut bread, or they came in.
Pies.
They were little pies, little banana nut bread. It was blueberry muffins and just different shit like that, you know. When he walks in and he has a blueberry muffin, and he sits down next to me and he takes one bite out of it, and then he gets a phone call and he's like, "Hey man, try that. Tell me what you think. It's THC." So I was at work, right, and I started eating it. And I was like, "Damn, it's good." I started eating some more. Damn, it was good. Next thing I knew, I ate the whole fucking jar. He
Things
took
are
one.
good.
He took one bite. Remember, he took one bite that he had to take off.
I'm a big boy. I like to eat too.
Yeah,
So like,
so-
edibles get me in trouble.
So that's. So then I'm sitting there, and then I don't know. It just I haven't eaten an edible in a long time. It was mostly just smoked flower out here, and then I was like, "How much did I fucking consume?" I started thinking to myself, and I'm like, "Fuck." Well, then the phone rings, and I pick up the phone, and I try to answer the phone, and I'll say, "Hello."
It's a banana. Just
No,
kidding.
no. You know how you get high, and you get that rashy, kind of like dry
Yeah,
throat.
for sure.
So I'm like, answer the phone. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, oh shit. I called myself. Like, oh hell. So I hung up the phone, and I was like, I had to go pick up my daughter. I told my buddy that was working with me. I said, hey, dude, I'm gonna take off 30 minutes early. I gotta go get my daughter. He says, all right, no problem. I got you. Just took off. At this point, I'm driving home, trying to get to the house. And I call my brother because I'm drinking water, drinking hot water, drinking cold water. I'm turning the AC on, turning the AC off, rolling the window up, rolling the window down. I can't shake it, dude. I'm like, this is not going away. Well, I called my brother and said, hey, bro, I just want to let you know, I feel like I need to go to the hospital. I just ate this brownie. I call it a brownie. It was a blueberry muffin. I said, I ate this brownie, and Greg gave it to Greg, my brother-in-law. So he gave it to me, and I think he did it on
Oh, you ate the brownie, bro.
I think he did it on purpose, man. I think he knew I was gonna eat the whole motherfucker, and I'm tripping on this shit. He started laughing, but man, go home and sleep that shit also.
It was funny.
Yeah, I get
Sleep
home.
always
Yeah.
gets rid of that.
I made it home, bro, but it was just like feeling that paranoid.
We're
I was
liking
feeling
life.
paranoid, bro. You know, that,
Yeah.
I found that it was 250 milligrams. What it
Yeah.
was.
That's a good amount of milligrams. People don't
Also,
realize like
too,
real
that-
milligrams, like on like, you know, they think just like what you see on the street is like
Yeah.
these high milligrams. Like
Also,
it's a lot of
too,
milligrams.
that one time we were in Vegas and we wanted to go to a sesh in Castro. We were big
Oh,
into the
man.
Delta 8 game,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make sure my gummies were going to be the best gummies. We're going to launch them. So we were out trying gummies.
Oh, yeah.
And I give Castro gets one. They're Delta 8, 25 milligram, and then I don't know why he did another one. So
Well, I
then-
didn't feel it.
He didn't feel it.
It was
so
like
then-
20 minutes. I didn't feel it. I said, well, I'm pop another gummy. So I
Yeah.
popped another one.
We ate a
And
bunch
then-
of fucking pop rocks that came in here on
and
sample.
then I know, but then Aldo's sitting here trying to. We meet at a freaking
Ganes.
to
Cane's.
Cane's, and we're like, all right, we're super excited to go to this sesh. It's like the first one I've ever been to, and then Castro's like, I can't get off the car. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm fucking. You got to take me home.
That shit hit me.
And I'm like, no.
Weird, bro.
Let's get you. Let me get you a soda. Nothing. And then we didn't go to that sesh that night.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so I
actually.
like our last sesh on 710 that we did here, and I mean it got wild. Like we all got fucking high, like super high. And I was sitting in line at Whataburger, and like I don't know what was up with me, but like I mean I ate a bunch of edibles at night, you know, and everything because it's the party. We have drinks and all kinds of stuff here with the vendors and everything, you know. And,
Yeah.
man, I was in that Burger parking lot or line, and Brittany was driving, and I just started like getting uncomfortable in my skin. Like I just like couldn't. I don't know. I like took a second and just like trying to stretch my legs. I couldn't do anything. Like I just felt real weird, and then like I just went to sleep. Like, you know, because it was the only thing I could think to do. And then like,
if in doubt, just go to sleep.
I went to sleep, and then like, so I like took a nap, had a paranoia attack, got out the vehicle in the Whataburger parking lot or in the line waiting for our food. Had to go inside and like stretch my legs and get some fresh air and pee, like whatever. I just had to go inside. Like, came back out of the car and I was like, man, I was really fucking high. Like, but it was those edibles.
I've been there.
So
yeah,
it's not a fun place to be.
Edibles is proceed with caution.
I just wanted some real food. Like what the problem is, I was getting hungry at the end of the event. And there was no more real food.
Sometimes when you eat food, it fucking hits it even harder. Like you put that real food in with that edible that you have in there, it just kind of stirs it up a little bit more and drives it. At least this is what I feel.
Lately, I've been experimenting more with edible chocolates and mushrooms and the psilocybin, and wow, like it's really yeah.
So what'd you think about those? The ones that those were THC and psilocybin.
You know what? Those were. I felt like I didn't. Which ones?
The ones that had the Rick and Morty. The ones that you said you took the whole
Oh
thing.
yeah, those were good. Those were good. The Rick and Morty.
I got some more of those ones.
Yeah, those were good. They
Are you a mushroom guy?
I used to not be, but now it's like I
had a bad trip when I was really younger.
compare.
I just don't do it.
But the kind nurses.
Yeah,
I'm not a shroom person.
Yeah, I mean I have my moments.
I had a bad trip on acid one time, and it's like I don't like being.
I don't like being out of my. I don't really drink or anything though either. So like I just don't like being out of my.
I don't really drink.
State.
I just smoke, and the mushrooms I will
fly.
I do fly. Yeah, but I do.
I'm curious how it affects like your music. Like, does it? Do you think it betters your music whenever you're tripping?
There was one time that I did the psychedelic show in Las Vegas, and what they do is you go and you introduce yourself, and then you pick your psychedelic, and I think I chose acid, and then everyone else. No, I chose the mushrooms, and the other guys chose acid, but right there and then, the guy before me, his acid kicked in when he was on stage, and you could just see him like go against the wall. He kept telling his jokes, you know? And then when I went up there, I didn't feel anything. I was like, all right, cool, I'm cool. I guess I'm cool. And then in the middle of the song, I just felt my guitar just going, boom, boom. And then I feel like when I'm on mushrooms, the sense for me that really starts messing around is my hearing. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, I see the lines and stuff, but I feel like my hearing just really, I don't know, I start hearing stuff differently, and I just can put things in a different spot. I don't know if it sounds kind of weird, but I don't know. Sounds kind of tend to have colors. If that makes sense.
Your senses are.
Yeah. And it's almost like you can hear the colors if with regards to like a note, you know.
I got a mushroom.
That's a
bar
color.
you need to try.
That's a different color, you know. It's like there's different colors with regards to like sound.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right. And with mushrooms for me and psilocybin, I felt like, wow, it opens it up. Now, if it sounds good sometimes it didn't sound bad. But I recorded a lot of sessions where I'm like, you know, you can tell a difference. But on that stage, I remember just like feeling the guitar, and I was just like, well, I guess we're gonna make it all the way through. But then it's even funnier when you tell the people, hey, my mushrooms are kicking in.
People that weren't on mushrooms, like, bro, you suck that night. Like, you're fucking horrible.
Comedy show. Aldo gave her. So we had a comedy show.
We did have
like
a comedy show
4 months ago.
Yeah, and I had this
tincture.
tincture that somebody gave me a mushroom, and
He put a hash.
I mean, I did some, and some comedians don't. You know, like let's talk about that joint right there.
Yeah, talk about this joint.
Let's not, has Ross in here. You take the mic.
It's the blackberry octane, that one right there,
It's interesting.
Mighty
Really
Nuts.
and then peach crescendo for the flower.
Smells good.
I like it. We do those donuts probably every podcast.
Yeah, this one was good.
That one's really good. That's very nice.
So see how it burns?
Psilocybin.
That's what makes it a donut. So like you basically rolled it up and then put hash rosin all down the middle, and so like how it burns, it makes a donut.
Yeah.
The hash rosin's burning right down the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Oh.
For taste. Don't choke yourself up.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Qué está pasando?
definitely interesting.
Imagine in the future though, when we'll be able to pass around, like that we have cartridges and you can get THC.
There's your weed.
But now imagine when
Like a little
like
diabetic shot.
you don't understand Spanish and I can pass you the hard drive and y ahora yo puedo hablar español para toda la gente que están buscando.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
That's going to be nanotechnology. That's where when all that information is
Go to
going to
the-
go into your brain,
just
into
go
your
to the
blood
store.
cell, and
Let me get a cartridge of Hispanic.
I want to learn how to fight the monkeys in my
There you
helicopter. I need to learn kung fu and banana speaking
For Aldonia.
Aldonian
Aldonian.
language. Yeah, all symbols and colors. All symbols and colors. I got a question. If somebody wanted to get into the hemp market here in Texas or an accessory market with regards to bongs or glasses or even cannabis, what would be y'all's first, like, hey, do these 3 things? Like,
Build a brand.
build a brand, come up with a brand, right? I would agree with that. Also, maybe LLC up, right?
Yeah, LLC for sure.
LLC up.
That's if you're gonna be.
Brand.
I mean, it's if you're gonna be committed to it. Like how I started personally is like I started a Facebook group and then kind of just got a big following, and then kind of like just raffled off pipes and stuff to the group under like a Texas Glass Connection is what we were called. I thought it was a great fucking name, but it turns out that name sucked because like whenever you start doing like Google My Business, like it goes like windshield repair and shit. And so I learned that the hard way. Someone told me like it was suggested name change after my grand opening, and so we changed it to Texas Smoke Connection. And so basically I just like catered to a Facebook group and gave it away and did stuff, and then I don't know, waited like a year, 2 years basically, and kind of bullshitted, and then was like, hey, let's
And where
make
did you go?
some
Did you
social-
go out and meet these distributors, these glass blowers?
I kind of went with someone to one of them, and then before I was in all this, because he did CBD, and he was trying to get CBD in one of them, and so after I went there, I kind of just put it all 2 and 2 together. I mean, I know business, so like got
There's
the
so many-
LLC. I started with like Texas Herbal Connection is like my LLC, and I was like, man, I can have a dispensary one day and do this all under blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
so like it's set up like correctly if I want to like flip the switch eventually, which I do, but right now I just have a smoke shop and it's working. So and then the smoke shop, we just basically go to the supplier, and then we just someone tells us like, hey, do you talk to this person? Like, no, who? Like we're just like, who? And then immediately go after them and try to figure out the next step of where to get different pieces and stuff, which that's what we're currently doing, is finding more suppliers. Or go to places, what we've heard is go to like Champs, like what y'all all talked about.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, you meet a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
What
for
about
sure.
you, Castros? I mean, what wisdom could you share with the viewers and the people at home that want to learn?
Well, I mean,
Like, this one. You gonna help me?
well, I mean, most of it is just the legal part. That's my hardest part. Doing everything the legal way.
For sure.
Just because I know the cannabis from the street way.
Right.
And when you try to convert it into a business, you better have a good sense of business school. And I'm not talking about just street business. You got to make sure you know how to read contracts and
There's a lot
read
of permits
paperwork
and
and
stuff.
permits and all that stuff you got to get. And I think that's where my wife is strong and puts us together, because
So my girlfriend does,
she
too.
understands that a lot better than I do.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
what we did was we did just a lot of R&R work, like a lot of just. I mean, we went to every single convention for like, I don't know, 2 years straight. I mean, we went to hemp conventions, CBD conventions, CannaCon.
I remember.
I still haven't. Probably I only missed Champs, but I like to still, even though half those people I are my suppliers and I get stuff from them, but I still like to go out to the shows. I don't know. I always feel like
So
you're
you
in the know.
advise going to these conventions?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
There's no
I
way.
mean, we haven't been any. We've
There's
just
no way
No, you
you
need to
can't.
go.
There's no way.
Telling
you
you,
can't.
last show,
And it's-
I left the light on. Gonna leave the light on for
Yep,
you.
yep.
All right.
And then it's just it's definitely just because you want to know too. In your Delta 8 game,
Yeah.
in your all your, you want to know who's making it, who's it goes into just so much more, and then your prices get so much better. You find out what's the new latest. I mean,
I saw a lot of kratom rolling around, and a lot. I mean, I don't mess
I
with
hate
kratom.
kratom.
I don't know what that's
I
all about.
won't do it.
But here's what's funny. I just got back from Miami, and I was like seeing, what's what's the and it's this what's it? Kava. Have y'all tried kava?
Well,
Yo, it's it's like drinking dirt.
What is it?
It's like
Is that
a
melon
root.
water?
It's like
No.
they have bars. There's kava bars all over the
There
place,
is.
and it's like a root, and it's like. But I was kind of like, well, what is it about this that? And it's it helps a lot of alcoholics.
it does.
Yeah, to wean off
off
of being
the
alcohol, and then
alcoholics.
they
But
go to
then-
these kava bars and
What about your
Drinking.
your homeboy Naturally Hemp from up north? He
Yeah.
sells a crap ton of kratom.
create them. Yeah, I don't-
And it trips me out. But then I have people that in my store that come into the dispensary in Oklahoma and they're like, "You don't have any kratom?" I'm like, "No." They're like,
Yeah.
"It helped me get off of meth." And I'm like, "What?"
yeah.
See,
I
I hear
was
good
like-
stories about it too.
I hear
like,
good,
Yeah.
but
it just seems like you're addicted to it. No.
Well, if you ever
Me
want to go
personally,
see somebody that Aldo hooked me up with, that see the facility just to see what it's about.
Maybe we can get him on the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
Justin.
and just have Justin on the show and
Talk
he
about
just
kratom.
and talk about kratom. And he he does everything else. He Escobars and all that other.
Yeah, he came up with the Escobar.
But he
Is
what's
that
it
the
called?
Escobar guy?
Yeah, that's.
I saw the shit out of Escobars. I'll say that.
Yeah, well then, so he would love to. Yeah, so
Yeah,
but
that's
I mean,
him.
they sell it. I just kind of choose not to.
Yeah.
But definitely, with the hemp market, that's kind of, we just went around to all the farmers and kind of knew where we were getting our CBD. And then with the marijuana, it's so similar to it. If you know anybody doing it in the hemp, 99.9%, they're partners either already in THC or they're, they know somebody direct connect. So a lot of my CBD, where I was getting my CBD from, that's how I know, like, Dank of America from Oklahoma, because they're partners. One partner has CBD, one partner has THC, just two different states.
And you build relationships, like you were talking about the weed market and that earlier. Two reasons the weed market's kind of jacked up is one, they had too many licenses, too many people were growing. And then another part is like metric. She said that went on for almost a whole year. We're getting real cheap prices because everything's going to metric.
When you say metric, what do you mean by
Metric's a new system they're
Seed
putting
to
from
sell.
seed to sell, which is tracking everything. So it's hard for anyone to really pull any scheme anything off without being tracked. So basically, what they were doing is everything had to be sold out of their farm before a certain date, and if they didn't meet that, they had to destroy it. So in order to get rid of it in time, they were just dropping prices. I mean, we got a crop of outdoor grow, 25 pounds for what was it, $45 a pound.
$45 a
Was it
pound.
good?
It was decent
Well,
outdoor grow.
we put it was
So we took
outdoor,
it straight
but
we took it straight to the
we
processor
took it to the processor
and turned it all
just
into
dabs.
diamonds. And
I mean
dabs.
diamonds. And we just did splits on them, so it's like half butter and half diamonds.
Just for the record, $45 a pound is unheard
That's
of,
pretty
guys.
fucking cheap.
Yeah, that's
Well,
I'm
they
telling
ended
you.
up. They're not in
It's like an
business
eighth
anymore.
here in Austin.
Dude, it's nuts.
They're
And we
not.
got-
yeah, there's so many people that are not in the game no more. That
And-
were in the game. But just relationships. I mean, like
You gotta
knowing.
build them. Also, back to that relationships. I'm high. I forgot. So relationships.
We're getting high? All right, let's do this.
Relationships. Yeah, I mean, we've met some farmers that we deal with on a regular. So our prices with them, they're giving us price, even though prices are starting to go back up.
Staying loyal, basically.
We're staying loyal, so
Loyal.
they stay loyal to us. They grow so much, they have overflow that they get, bro. 27 days for them to have it in their stock is too long.
They're like, what's wrong
So
with the
that's
butt?
where that's where I'm like,
27
dude, bring
days
it
old.
to me at 27
Yeah, from the street,
days.
you can do it in months.
Yeah.
It's
so-
crazy.
Talk
But then
about
we
pennies
also
on
know
dollar,
too,
basically 27 days.
Brandon from Love Buds.
Yeah.
One of Aldo's other good buddy. He's known Aldo for 20 years, and
Yeah.
he has like.
We got to get him on the show, too. He'd
yeah,
be good.
he's got. He's like 15 minutes from our house in Oklahoma, and he's got a freaking really nice farm out there. So it's just and very clean. So
Where
it's
do y'all
just
live at in Oklahoma? Like what?
Ardmore.
Is that where both y'all's dispensaries are?
Yeah, so it's Ardmore and Lone Grove.
Which is like Austin and Pflugerville, basically.
I wanna
Just
take it
that
to
far.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
A little closer. It's
I'm
like
here.
a
5.
little closer, but just kind of
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah, but we're trying to move over there to Whitesboro. It's like on the other side.
Does that have to get torched up? That one gets torched up. That's all good.
You need that.
Well, thank you for answering that question. Basically, what I got from it is find a woman that's in the cannabis industry to help me out. You know, quit being single.
Quit being single.
That's what I mean. That's all.
That's what I did.
That's
too,
what I got.
Hey, get you a smart girl. That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying. Get you a smart girl. Don't get you no dumb.
Yeah. Well, you know, yet to be found. But till I find the right ones, I'll have fun with the wrong ones. You know, a good time. Good times. Yeah, and Instagram and you know, how can people follow you guys? You know, let's talk about that real quick. You know,
Sure, he can shut.
High Flyers, of course. You know, but
Flyers.
Austinite. Besides coming to the show and
Coming to the show
on Sunday, we want to meet you guys out there on the interwebs or the what is it, MySpace and Craigslist.
We're always freaking
Austin,
getting
yeah.
our
What's
stuff-
the Instagram?
getting it shut down. What is it?
Instagram right now.
Y'all get shadow banned,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it
Because
happens.
y'all have, you know.
It happens.
We,
It happens.
man, they wanted it.
You
They
get
wanted
shadow
us to
banned?
They wanted
How
us
do you
to
know when you're
change
shadow
our name.
banned?
Because we get alerts. They
Get
wanted
alerts.
Us, yeah, you get alerts. They want
It
us.
says you've been shadow banned.
You've been shadow banned by those.
are
where
what
you
happens.
you get like if you post one more thing.
Cannabis
Yeah,
related.
cannabis
or something.
related.
So get right here. So.
Okay, so it's at Austinite Cannabis underscore
.co.
.co.
Sorry, no dot.
I'm not .co. I'm sorry.
Austinite Cannabis
Austinite Cannabis
Co.
underscore co.
Co.
Who's high?
Me.
And then we have Austinite underscore
Austinite
co.
Cannabis.
I mean Austinite Cannabis underscore Oklahoma too. Okay.
So I got a question for you guys. If you could have a billboard in Austin, Texas, say anything you want, what would you have it?
We already know. Oh, where?
Person, what would you have it say?
Okay.
And
so-
now that doesn't have to be business related. It could be personal, or if you'd like to tie in Austinite, or but if you like, you know, it could be funny, you know, whatever.
Just THC. So that's the new biggest thing. Is there's the I'm sure you've seen them, but there's basically like lots of what's it called, billboards.
Billboards.
That say like it just says THC, and then it would just say AustiniteCannabis.co, because now we can sell the Delta 9 by legal weight and everything, you know, Delta 8, Delta 10. So I would just do THC AustiniteCannabis.co, and I'm going to be doing it soon.
Nice. That's gonna be awesome.
Well, you see them all over town, and I know
Yeah.
you've seen them.
Yeah. I haven't seen
I'm
them
not
yet.
going to shout the name, but you know.
Yeah. What about you, Castro? What would you put on your billboard?
He's like, I'm with her.
One
Just
billboard.
kidding.
He's like, can I combat JJ or
BJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? No, I don't know, man. Shit, that's. I got high here. I don't
he
know.
got high?
Yeah, it gets hard. Like I'm telling you,
know?
that's what I was telling y'all before. I was like, man, you start getting high, and then like
I'm just
your
listening. I'm enjoying the
podcast.
vibe
That's
here.
why
I'm
we
having a good
this is-
time.
This is what
Yeah.
fills that spot right now. Usually, whenever it's just us, we're like, fuck.
I can see that happening easily. You know.
I guess I would have one here in Austin that would say probably, "Life is the party." You know, everyone's always worried about missing the party. I'm just like, man, just live life and say
What,
yes, say yes.
Why is that always your question about the billboard?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just want to see what people would
Do you
be like.
ask
You know
that a
what?
lot?
I do. I ask that at almost every podcast, every interview. When somebody asks me a question, I'm like, "Oh, can I ask you a question? What would your billboard say?" And then,
I guess my billboard should say something else besides.
but I
Is
mean,
it too
now that they
late?
have digital billboards, that's probably going to be different. Have you seen those digital billboards that look like there's dinosaurs and
Oh, dude, I saw one
dragons
that the other
coming out?
day. Yes, that was the dragon one. I
Yeah.
saw that one. That is nuts.
I wonder who's going to come first to market with one of those here in Texas.
Imagine having a marijuana plant coming out of the store.
Just people running. It's raining elbows. It's raining elbows.
We should do some
Hallelujah! It's raining elbows.
some stash and
Where your
dashes.
mind goes just amazes me sometimes.
Why?
It's raining elbows.
Raining elbows. Hallelujah! It's raining elbows. Hallelujah! Imagine if it was raining elbows.
Hey,
Everyone
what-
just
so did you meet Shaq?
Shaq. I did. Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was
what
cool.
was up with that? He just come.
I
hang out
jokingly
with y'all?
called him LeBron, and he told me, "I will break you."
No, you called him Michael Jordan.
No,
though.
no,
You called him LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Jordan.
No, I didn't call him Jordan. I called him LeBron. But you know,
Was he,
I don't
was he-
watch soccer.
You fucking stupid.
True story, yeah.
Was he? Did he come to? Where were y'all?
Oh, so it's this new technology. It's called the portal, and it's hologram. It's being able to hologram somebody in
So much fun.
to this portal, and
Beam me up, Scotty.
yeah, beam you up, Scotty, and being able to like in real time be able to like, hey, you have a portal in the room, or you could portal everyone into a session and be able to see them in real time and experience. You can't really smell anything in real time, but
Yeah.
eventually that's gonna come. You know, where you can.
It's interesting.
I'm sure, and I'm trying to get Axe body spray to be a sponsor. So.
Were you hanging out with 2 Chainz too?
2 Chainz, yeah. You know, that was at the Allegiant Stadium doing some commercials there. I think it was quite
You
a
had
few.
a wild couple weeks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I get into it, into the thick of it. Yeah.
This man, we saw he was on our podcast. We were supposed to be on
Oh,
our
at the
podcast
Rolling
at
Loud.
8,
Yeah.
And then he was supposed to be on our podcast at 8, and he was in a pool at 4.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I went and jumped in the pool, but it's like
He
You made
used
it.
a teleport.
You
He used a
made it.
teleport.
Oh yeah.
teleport. And it's a hologram.
Teleported.
You know, and it's
It's a
only a
hologram?
2 hour. It's only a 2 hour
So you
flight.
really here?
It's only a 2 hour flight from Vegas here. That's why I jump back and forth so often, because
Yep.
it's like driving to Dallas.
You just teleport.
Yeah, I teleport. And if you have the whole, TSA approved, blah, 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 you can go through, and it's like,
You know how many
what's
shows
up?
we've had where I'm like, he's coming.
Yeah.
We asked him if he gets searched every time. He was like, "Look at me." Of course I do.
I love weed.
There you go.
Yeah. And, lately I haven't, but, when I do, it's like medicine. And I always refer to it as medicine on my devices that I carry with me, medical devices. So,
Medical devices.
yeah, definitely. The Dab Rig, shout out Dr. Dabber and, Honey Badger
You
and all
like
that.
Dr. Dabbers?
Yeah, I do like Dr. Dabbers. I've had one, the Boost Evo, for over a year, and I've been putting it to the test. And, I dab like there's no tomorrow with some folks, and I always bring folks out. But I also clean it, so I tend to clean it, every time
Clean
after.
mine about every time.
You have
Yeah,
to.
you have to.
They
If
get
you,
dirty.
yeah,
They get
clog
really
up.
dirty, yeah.
Won't burn right.
They'll lock
Yeah.
it. They'll lock
And the
down,
taste.
too.
And the taste will taste bad. Too.
and they're based in Vegas, so that's another reason I was just like, well, they're cool.
Which
They're
one
there in
of these did you
Vegas.
want? Speaking of that, you said you wanted another one, right?
Ooh,
We got
the straw guava. I saw that when you were
Strawberry-
right.
or
You were
strawberry
showing it to
cooler.
Zach over there. Zach is on a different plane field than we are.
Like very octane, Great Mountain.
Zach is like, yeah. Zach, big round of applause for Zach over there. He's the one doing all the camera angles, right? And, yeah,
He's drinking
the audio and stuff.
Kool-Aid is what it looks like.
Drinking
Yeah,
that Kool-Aid.
I just showed off the Kool-Aid from Mr. Nice Guy's Bakery.
Yeah, is it good?
Oh man, it's amazing.
Is it
I
medicated?
definitely- It is. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they're 200 milligrams.
I'd like to take a sip of that.
So you see, I can't
I
take
think
that
I
then.
can make that.
I was going to the hospital.
I know.
250
I think it's can of
milligrams is
sugar.
too much.
Can of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Have y'all tried these new Canna eye drops? Eye drops
No,
where
I
you
haven't.
yeah.
No.
What were
My
you?
dad
What were
got
you
eye drops.
trying? You said you had something before.
I do have.
Is it one of y'all's products?
Yeah, we. Let's see. Yeah, I
That's a cool backpack.
yeah, our homeboy, Dank of America, he's a grower.
Are they like
Ooh.
smell proof and
Yeah,
stuff?
smell proof. We're gonna
Smell-proof.
get some austenite ones
I
like
just
this.
bought a whole bunch
So
of
and
purple
it's got a
ones.
lock, so you got a warrant. You gotta need a warrant for it.
That's fucking cool. It's got a lock. You gotta
Lock
get a
up
warrant.
my backpack, lock it up. Why? Because
Shout
I
out. There's a Vice for all y'all out there.
get a backpack that locks
Where,
up.
where can they get one of these?
I've seen skunk bags. I just
Where's
bought
this
some.
one?
This one I got from Dank of America.
Dank
Bank
that
of
one's-
America.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
There's some that have the little carbonite, like little pieces of charcoal inside of
Yeah,
them.
for sure for the smell.
Yeah, for the smell. I don't know what should be smelling so bad.
Where did I put my spray? I don't know where I put my
Oh,
spray.
share some of that. I don't know what to do with
But look, we can try some Skittles. These you can have because
What are they?
they're only 10
Didn't they
milligrams.
recently say that Skittles are bad?
Oh
That's
yeah,
like
they
Brandon
did.
was telling me.
They did
I've
say
heard about
that.
some I have.
We should
Cosmic
sue Skittles.
Cruncher Skittles.
Same.
Let's see.
They're gonna be an official.
There's 10 milligram in each Skittle.
Give it a shot.
I mean, I'm just checking it out.
Rumble Club
Oh, interesting.
cannabis infused THC shot. Do you take the whole thing?
It's a shot.
A la verga, for real?
That shit is
It's only
good.
25
That's
milligrams.
dangerous.
Yeah, and they make them in Delta 8 too. I
Doing
get
the
it for
whole
your
shot?
store.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh no, they sell like crazy at mine.
Rumble Club. Ain't no backing down now.
Try that shit. Freeze-dried Skittles. Is this what this is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are
And
the
then
high
Cosmic
drive.
Crunchers. They're gonna be one of our sponsors on that.
So we
channel.
carry them and they'll take
Yeah.
at our store also like
Yeah.
All right. I'll try some
And
as
then those
well.
are D9.
Yeah.
Those are D9.
D9.
But we're figuring out a way to do them by legal weight,
Yeah.
so that
And this is King Kirk's.
he's
yeah.
gonna be there on Sunday,
Oh, nice.
and he's gonna bring a bunch of his stuff.
Oh, nice. That's gonna be good. Captain Kirk's. He's
You haven't seen him in forever, have you?
I haven't seen him in a minute. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Big shout out to him. I
Yeah.
had some crazy stories with him.
Hey, and he has some crazy stories.
Oh wow! Did you see that? Wow, these really look like Skittles, huh?
They're really good.
And
They're amazing.
he makes them.
Wow, this is a wow.
I went to the factory where they make them. I know. And you know what?
Right? That sounds
Everything
fun.
was every one that was falling, that wasn't on the tray. We were picking them up and eating them.
Wow, Cosmic Cruncher Skittles
They're
by
good. Those are
Captain
tasty.
Kirk's
You're gonna have
edibles.
to get these.
Wow.
Yeah, for
In your
sure.
store.
These aren't medicated, right?
Mm.
They're not.
And then these and Delta 8 and Delta 9.
All right.
Geek bites.
And they make good percussion.
wrap them up and they're pretty
Want to play
badass.
percussion with me? Come on, let's do a
I'm
cumbia.
not trying any more edibles. I'm fucked up.
Give that to your guy.
Right?
Let me get it. You better get it.
What's this little
We're
shit
getting
that opens
fucked
and
up
everything?
on edibles.
It's like so you can pinch it and open it.
Hard.
Zach
I mean,
on the
that's what that little
shakers.
thing is, though, so you can, like,
Zach on the Captain Kirk's shakers.
I'm saying though in general though, like after you open it, so you can like,
Yeah, open up so you can look at them.
whoa,
88 milligrams a piece.
how many?
88 milligrams a piece.
Fuck all that.
But
Fuck all that.
Delta
Fuck
8
that noise.
and Delta 9 9 though.
Those are interesting.
Wow, those are interesting. What's this right here? Did we already talk about this already today?
I got that for my birthday.
Wow, the 1
The
pound.
centerpiece for the podcast.
Celebrity ducks.
It's a Bob Marley duck.
Wow, one love. Man, we should do a bomb. Does it make any
It
noise?
comes out. I don't think so. You can just take it out.
One love. What's that? One love, 1 pound.
88
We come to town to smoke your pounds.
piece.
Those are gonna fuck you
No
up.
piece.
Zach will try them.
Take one. Try it.
Well, like a piece.
Or take the whole one. Oh. If you can handle it.
Roll it up. Little darlings, roll it up. Come on and roll it up. High Flyers Club, come on and roll it up. I hope y'all are at home rolling up your joints.
These are gay.
It's
What is
been
it
a
exactly?
long,
Just like
long time
Yeah, but it's
in a cluster.
since I've had you on my mind.
You like them, Sean. No,
No, I just can't. I gotta move
Now
tonight. I gotta
you
finish
are
packing my
here.
house. Got shit to do.
We're so clear what we're supposed to do, honey. Me and you, come on and roll it up. High Flyers Club, come on and roll it up. If you're at home and you hear this song or feeling the good vibes, roll it up. Come on and roll it up. Come on out on Sunday. High Flyers Club, bring all your friends and come roll it up with us. That's gonna be your church on Sunday. Make yourself feel good, bring some school supplies. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. High Flyers, Austinite Cannabis Company. My name is Aldo. We go by Aldo Way Up on Instagram, comedian. And anything else we need to talk about? Y'all having a good time so far?
Yeah.
I want to appreciate you guys for having me on the show today and just being able to bring my friends on here and, smoke us out and talk about the movement that's going on here in Texas, because we just got to keep on doing what we got to do and, spread the love and legalize Texas and legalize, all the other places that haven't done it yet. But, keep doing what we got to do.
Right.
One love. And happy birthday to you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Was that
It was
today?
the other day.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
It's a birthday week.
Right?
We celebrate
My
for the week.
birthday's in 3 days.
What?
Nice.
On Monday?
Wait, it's only third. It's on the 3rd.
All right, we're celebrating Sunday. You can go tubing with us. Let's go tubing on Saturday, guys. Doob tubing, rolled tubes.
It's like the unofficial token float.
Yeah. Nice.
Unofficial token.
Where did you get these Humble Club,
They gave them as a sample.
Rumble Club?
They
Okay.
got gummies. They got shots.
I like the packaging.
I mean, man, we get so many. It's cool to be in the hemp. What's it called? But then to get
Little
all
shot.
the THC samples is fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's, it's different there.
What do you think with y'all? Because y'all have traveled a lot with me, and I've seen y'all in different states. What do you think is some of the most potent weed, Mr. King of Weed? There, Castro. What do you think some of the?
Colorado.
I like Denver's weed.
Yeah.
I like Denver's weed.
They've been in the game for a minute.
Yeah, they've got good. I mean, of course, it started off with Cali's weed. Cali
Yeah,
was
you like that.
always favorite for a long time, and then really got hipped on Denver's for a minute. I can't say Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got good bud, but I still ain't found what I want. To be honest, I'm gonna be straight up. I mean, I hear it's out there. Maybe I haven't found the growers that got the fire that I'm really looking for.
Maybe the red dirt. Oklahoma has
Well,
all
it's
that.
supposed to be all indoor grown.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. The boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. They're way too skinny, way too long. It's a song that goes like that. Have you heard that? The boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. They're way too skinny, way too long. I forgot how the rest of it goes, but
Look that up.
somebody knows it online. Somebody tell us about where is that link. Boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. They're way too skinny, way too long. Na 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 na. So I'll just use a bong. Na 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 na. Roll the joints all wrong. Something like that. I'm gonna find it. I'll figure it out. Yes.
That's it.
Bongs. Anybody hitting their bong at home? Yes. Open for questions. Do we have any questions online?
What we got?
Hit the bong again. I just can't wait to hit the bong again. The life I love is getting high with all my friends. All my friends right here. I can't wait to hit the bong again. Hit the bong again. Getting higher than I've ever been. Smoking strains that I may never smoke again. I can't wait to hit the bong again. Hit the bong again. Like a band of hippies, we go down the highway. Smoking out our friends. Insisting that the laws keep turning our way. Yeah, our way. Hit the bong again. I just can't wait to hit the bong again. God bless Willie. The life I love is getting high with all my friends. I can't wait to hit the bong again. Hit the bong again, guys, if you're at home. Make sure you're cleaning the bong. I heard it was not very good to leave the bong water in there for more than a day. So, yeah, I heard people be leaving their bong water and sitting in that. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. What you smoking in your lungs? What you putting in your lungs? Go, where's that bong sound?
You gotta get them you gotta sing them the Amazon song.
Okay, so Rhino Reynolds asked if y'all were going to be at the event.
Which one?
On
Who are
Sunday?
you referring to?
Rhino Reynolds, we will all be there at the event on Sunday, correct? Yes.
Correct.
The whole
Correct,
crew.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there, Rhino Reynolds? That's a cool, tough name, right? Sounds like,
Right.
who are you going to wrestle next week? It's about the name Rhino Reynolds. I'd be like, oh, verga. Oh, you know, I'm sore. I pulled a ligament on my fallopian tube. And I can't do it. I need more CBD. It's not working. Why? I'm wrestling a guy named Rhino. It's not going to be good.
You know, I can't wait. You know what else I'm bringing to we're doing the jiu-jitsu thing at Austinite, but midget wrestling. It's happening
Oh, that's going to be fun.
October.
I want to wrestle 2 midgets.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Because it's a big thing in Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm going to, because, you know, and then for sure.
Yeah, and you got to do Canada Pro Wrestling show here. Yeah, I got to bring them over here.
That'll be badass.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, come on. They got to want to do it in Austin.
Yeah, they'll come down
They'll
here.
totally want to do it in
They'll definitely
Austin.
want to come out here.
And you know who was all up for that one?
Yeah?
And I want to be costume decorator.
Yeah, definitely. I want to get mine finished. I was trying to get mine done LEDs, you know, the wrestling mask. But it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It burned the mask.
Too fast.
Because the LEDs get really, you know,
Really hot.
They get hot, and I didn't put that into consideration. But the glue gun.
Maybe do it where they like go off at a certain time.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, but it's like, if you want to wrestle with somebody, I don't know. Maybe it's more for show.
Yeah.
But yeah. But they are, like, at the EDC, they have these masks that change LEDs and colors. So I just need to kind of put that on the wrestling mask somehow. Just change colors.
Yep.
Yeah. The Lucha Libre.
Yeah, Lucha Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Right.
Nacho! Are you doing all right over there, Sean?
Yeah, I just had some text messages I can handle.
Yeah. Oh, he's a businessman, still going.
Man, I just sometimes don't like when people text me in the middle of these podcasts. I shouldn't look at my phone, but I always try to like.
You don't want to miss an important
Yeah, I'm trying to
phone call or
I'm
something.
trying to make sure that like if they're out there and they're texting me something, then like it's just a stressful situation.
Did you even hear about the midget wrestling?
Did you hear about the midget wrestling happening?
You know, I kind of like zoned out.
Zoned out.
I'm
That's
not
okay.
gonna lie.
Midget wrestling.
I hate doing that, but
It's
it's
happening.
just something kind of important. Midget wrestling.
Yep.
Midget wrestling.
Maria wanted to do midget wrestling really bad. She knows people in the industry.
Okay, so
Yeah?
Oklahoma
Tell us
has
about this.
Oklahoma has like a little, where they get everyone together and they
A little
bring
league
the
or
whole
something?
they bring the whole ring and everything and midget wrestling. Yeah, first want to do it at Austinite and then we'll do it out there in Oklahoma. But we got to just get through this cannabis compatible that jiu-jitsu thing
And that's
we're doing.
September 10th.
September
The
10th.
day before September
9th.
9th. After September
But if
9th.
you go there September 11th, you went too
Yeah.
too late.
So you're too
Yeah,
late.
So
late.
September
10th. 9-10. 910.
Castro's birthday, and he's
Castro's
gonna
birthday.
be fighting.
And you're
today.
going to be wrestling and fighting.
I believe so. I believe I'll be out there.
Oh, I believe so.
Yep.
How do we sponsor you?
There's no sponsor, brother.
You don't do sponsors? You can't put like a patch of comedian on your booty or anything?
Oh, you do a patch.
I don't know how that
Comedian.
works. Like, yeah, that is no joke. So do you when you start a tournament, do you start on the ground or do y'all start?
No, you stand on stand-ups.
So you stand up chingazos first?
No.
No, it's takedowns, you know, so you try to put the other opponent down. Depending on the opponent's game, they're going to either wrestle you or they're going to, what they call pull guard, go fall on their back, get ready to take guard, and then you just play your chess match. And it's a chess game,
Yeah.
you know, and the person with the better game that day is the one who's going to...
And the game can change quick. I
Easily.
trained it for a little bit, and
It's
it's
gonna
like
change very quickly.
I need my ligaments and to play. So I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's fun. It's addicting. I mean, if anyone's ever tried it, if you never tried it, you should go try jiu-jitsu.
Where would we go try it?
If
Where-
you go try jiu-jitsu, I'll go to Austin Submission Fighting. That's where I tried. I walked in that place. Great people. I mean, they've been good people to me. It's become a family, second family to me. I've been there with them for about 8 years now. And
now that we collab with doing it.
I met so many great people in the jiu-jitsu world, you know. So, I mean, I got friends all over Texas and out of Texas, Vegas and everywhere, you know, from jiu-jitsu, you know. I walk into gyms and they know me and they accept you and train with you and have fun, you know. Ain't nobody there trying to hurt you. They just want to make you better at what you do.
I guess, I mean, if I did a tournament and I was in jiu-jitsu, I'd just be like, instead of starting, I'd be like, get on my knees. Andale, come here. Let's get this over with. Come on. Come here. I mean, would you do any tactics like that when you're having somebody and you just whisper in their ear like, damn, you smell good?
Yeah,
The guy-
tell
get
him
up.
your dirty. Tell him his dirty move. He does his elbow, like
Oh, just
I mean, that would
just little things like to
to give someone shift their body,
Like-
elbow in their rib
elbow in
cage,
there,
or,
Yeah, yeah.
in
just
your
playing around.
knee
That's
just
all
to play around, and just like
You get a reaction.
But you never like fake tickle like. This looks funny.
Hey,
So-
hey,
your finger in
you
the
know what?
butt.
You know what really is? You know what really is a pretty bad mood? If you get submitted by someone just covering your mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, people have.
What if you can't reach your mouth? Like,
But I mean, that's just a fucked up way of losing. It's like, dude, you beat me by covering my mouth. I mean, you shut me up. Like,
Basically
hold your no, yeah.
Wow.
And you can't get out of it. It's like, dude, that's just fucked up. How'd I lose to that?
yeah.
But it happens. Shit like that happens.
What do you think you've learned the most when you first started doing it? Like,
Oh, jiu-jitsu? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very humbling sport, bro. I mean, I first got into it, and I've always been a little bigger guy. So I think I carry a little bit more weight, but also pretty, I hold my own weight. I'm pretty strong.
fuck yeah, you are.
There's guys that were half my weight size that were just whipping my ass month after month after month, and it's because two things. It's technique is a big thing. You have good technique and you know what you're doing, you're gonna have an advantage over someone who has no technique and doesn't know what they're doing. Second, also is a win game. You wrestle on the ground over and over and over. You build that tolerance of wrestle go. And it's cardio. It really is cardio.
And yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but once I learn my game and I have my size, it's a little more fun for me now. I don't get smashed all the time. I'm able to do a little more smashing too. I can give some back.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine. His name is Nate Flowers. He goes by Nate Flo. He's also like, I think he's like the stage manager for Billy Strings, and he's a big in BJJ. And yeah, I'd see him like from one post to the next. He's like covered in sweat, but he's just out there, just oh, that was like 30 minutes. I'm just like, what? So it must be a workout and a half. That's for sure.
It's really like no other. It's a pretty good workout.
And do y'all do drills like get up, down, get up, down, get up, down, and then roll.
Yes. We do a lot of drills, a lot of simulations. Techniques, and we have techniques. And then my favorite part is when they let you just have matches. We go out there, you roll with
At the end,
and you get do some of the moves you tried and put some other stuff together and run a game plan and see if it works or doesn't. But no one's there like to hurt nobody. It's all for fun. You sharpen everybody up.
People get hurt.
It happens.
Sure, yeah.
Accidental, but it's not like competition when you go to these classes. They're there to help you get better and teach you. You meet a lot of good people. I mean, I've met a lot of good people.
I studied kung fu for a bit, and I got to purple belt, and I did it because I wanted to learn the weapons. So I was learning the nunchucks and the bow staff and the swords, and I was just like, all right, I'll learn and I'll fight people, but I was more for But it was so tough, like going it's like church. You gotta go. It's like commit to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of commitment.
But if I had like THC back then, I would have been a black triple belt by now. Just kidding. I would have probably not.
I probably wouldn't have went to practice.
Yeah, I'd have been like, no. Wow, so it has an LED.
Yeah, it does all kinds of cool stuff.
Have you seen that?
It shows the temp and everything, and like when it's dropping, rising, the actual seconds it's hitting.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
All the way up. It even has a setting to do your taxes.
Right.
Can you help me with my taxes?
Just take another hit. I got you.
Oh, and it's hooked up to your phone.
Yeah. So I can see it all.
That's how Puff can.
Fine tune it.
Well, I'm here in Austin for a couple of days. Anywhere you recommend to go eat? Anywhere for the viewers at home when they come into Austin? That's new, that's popped up, anything like that y'all know about?
What are you into?
Everything. Yeah. Anything good to go eat? Any like spots around here?
There's a few good spots, like seafood spots. If you like seafood.
What about have y'all tried that 888? Y'all like 888?
Haven't been there.
It's a Vietnamese spot. Everyone's selling it.
Riverside?
I think so. Or Old Dorf?
Old Torf.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the wine, Sean? What's it called?
What?
The one right by Target. It's like Korean food.
I can't even remember.
Korean food.
Oh, it's good.
I also like going to Tyson's.
Tyson.
Yeah,
It's
Tyson's
24
tacos.
hours. Yeah. They used to have like ukuleles hung up in the taco shop, and if you didn't have any money, you would pull ukulele down and sing one song, and he'd give you a taco.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Where's this?
It's off on Airport. It's been there for years, and Brett. I'd go there with Brett, and Brett would play like 5 songs. You know, he'd be like,
that got me a meal.
yeah, through the whole line, we'd be like, be ready to go, and Brett was doing his 3rd, 4th song. And it's like, golly, you know.
Made a meal out of it.
Yeah, he made a meal out of it all the time.
Brett's
Brett-
gonna be in town this week.
Brett Rivers, I don't know. I think he's going to be cracking backs. Yeah, he's doing chiropractor work. But you know what? We'll invite him. Hopefully he'll come in. Be good. Be good to see him. That'd be sure.
Brett's listening. I need my back crack.
Right? We
Yeah.
need the back crack.
Listen, Brett.
He should be done pretty soon. I keep telling him that. I'm like, you done yet, man? Come on.
We need you back.
When are you done? When are you done? Well, high flyers. How many more of those raw joints have we gone through? Have we gone through them all there, Tomas?
We got the big
No
one
mas,
left,
Tomas?
right?
It's a lot. I'm fucking high.
Okay. Oh, I'm out there. I'm about to get there. I'm just kidding.
Fucking high.
Our brain is sitting in the bowl of juice. Well, man, thank y'all so much for coming on the show, and
Thank you for coming
thank
on our
y'all for
show.
letting us, be here, and thank you. You know, I was
Yeah.
talking, but Sean, thank you so much, and the high flyers guys, man. You know, I mean, I know we're all high, and I'm just like, man, it's already gonna be 11.
I know. Yeah,
Time
thank you
flies.
so much.
Thank you guys.
Nice fly when you're high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Sunday, we'll see everybody on Sunday,
Everyone,
right?
yeah,
Definitely,
I'll
guys.
see you
8 o'clock on
Sunday.
Sunday. Plug that, right?
8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
PM.
We'll be there.
And how can they be a part of the High Flyers Club on Facebook?
420highflyersclub.com or scan the QR code.
Ooh, scan the QR code. Zach in the clutch with that. Nice.
Everybody for Zach one more time.
Zach. The bucket hats. Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
We're still on.